So I'm a firm believer in if you have a garage, you can start a business. I'm a firm believer in if you have a spare bedroom that you can turn into an office space, you can start a business. I'm a firm believer in if your grandma or your aunt or your close neighbor will let you use their shed in the backyard, you can start a business. Obviously, the kind of space that you need is kind of predetermined by the kind of business that you want to be in. I sat down yesterday and I started a rough sketch, kind of an outline for a book that I want to write. And I'm, basically going to follow a template about how I did things and how I came into entrepreneurship and kind of the path that I followed and some of the things that I learned along the way. You don't have to be an entrepreneur or start your own business to be happy. Okay, that's a myth. Happiness is not, I don't think happiness is something that you get by aiming at it. I think it's a result of doing what's right and doing what's good. So I think of happiness as a byproduct for figuring out, kind of what makes you spark and kind of what makes your soul sing, and then being able to build something, to be able to build that and have some success. But even if look at, here's what I like about entrepreneurship. A lot of entrepreneur stuff is entry level. What does that mean? Well, you can start your own business cleaning houses. You don't got to be a CEO. You don't got to be a tech genius to clean somebody's house. You just have to find clients and do a good job. How's another one? Like mowing grass. You can start a business doing landscaping, mowing grass. It's entry level. You don't need a lot of expertise in grass mowing to get the job and do the job. It's an entry level job. So you don't have to be an MBA or go to a 4 or 5 year college. You don't have to be an Ivy Leaguer in a lot of instances for jobs that are actually entrepreneur jobs, starting your own business. Tree cutting, service industry, sure, but you can do it. Tree cutting, maybe you buy a pressure washer, you pressure wash your neighbor's sidewalk and cement driveway. Or pressure wash a house. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that you can do that don't require a lot of startup money. I'll give you another example. You can get started. You can have your own business. You can get started having your own business online. If you want to sell, let's say you want to sell fishing lures. You can basically get started for as long as you have the internet. You can basically get started for like $30 a month on some of these platforms, and they'll find you the products and everything. I mean, you just tell it. Kind of obviously you have to read their information they provide, but they want you to use their platform, so they make it pretty easy to find stuff to sell. You want to sell lures, you need to go and look for lures. So I know a lot about e-com. I do a lot of e-commerce consulting. So I tell people all the time that basically you need to be a business person. You need to know certain business things. But basically, if you can listen to the market, if you can hear what people are asking for, you can start a business solving that problem. So one of the things I remember are attending a business conference, and the guy said, the speaker, his message was essentially, find a problem to solve. You're looking for a problem to solve, and determine what people's pain points are. Where do they find pain in a process or in a product? So, for instance, now they have this thing called Shipt, SHIPT, and it's for people who go and they'll buy your groceries for you at the grocery store and deliver them to your house. You send them your list. They go through with the cart and they push the cart and they go up and down the aisles and they pick out the fruit and they pick out the canned and they pick out, the milk and the bagels and the bread and the bacon and put it all in the cart, and then they bring it to you. It's called Shipt. So here's the pain point. I don't like going to the grocery store. I've got a busy lifestyle. Okay. Somebody figured out a way to solve that problem. So this is basic entrepreneurship. Look for pain, look for problems, and then figure out how to solve them. And then you know, the next stage would be to scale your solution to fit more people who fit in that. So look at if you're a handyman, if you're handy, they have apps like Home Advisor. They have apps like Thumbtack. You go on, you bid the low, you know, you bid low or whatever. You say you're going to not be undercut. You're always going to take the least amount of money, and then you get a chance to sell your product, sell your service to people all over your zip code or whatever, your little regional district that you dial in there as far as what you want to service. So entrepreneurship is entry level. Entrepreneurship is basically solving problems and applying anesthesia to pain. And basically, if you have any skills at all and you can find people, you should be able to find people who need them. Okay, so let's do a silly hashtag. Here's a silly hashtag. Hashtag entrepreneurship is for simpletons. It's simple. I didn't say it was easy. I said it was simple.